What are your takeaways from Bill Belichick's maiden voyage, his college football debut at North Carolina? So I've got biblical, A Bug's Life, and M Behold. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make some delicious deep-fried cheese curds is what we're going to make, because that would have been better. Just eating cheese curds would have been better than watching this. Holy crap. At least I got paid for it. I plausibly pay me to watch this crap so I can come in here and tell you about the crap that I watched. So, let's start with this. North Carolina football pulled off what I call, and they call this in Hollywood too, the fake out opening. Now, back in the day, there used to be these things called movies. People would actually pay money to go to a movie theater. Believe it or not, back in the Stone Age. And they'd buy like popcorn and snacks, and they'd go watch the movies, right? Oh, man, it was a big thing back in the old days. But humanity's evolved since then. Nobody goes to the movies anymore. But imagine, if you will, going to the movies back in the old Stone Age when people used, back in the day, they had payphones and horse and buggy. So you go down to the movie theater, and there's a lot of hype for the movie. And the first 5 minutes, you're hooked, right? You are in. You're like, yes, it lived up to the hype. And your big car chase, huge explosion. Within the first 5 minutes, you're like, this is going to be a good one, right? You're sitting there thinking, oh, baby, buckle up, man. Finally, Hollywood made a good movie, right? This is going to be awesome. Awesome! And then, for the rest of the movie, another hour and 25 minutes or more, there's two people just mumbling in some coffee shop about their feelings for the next hour and 25 minutes. It's like, wait, come on. I want a car crash. Well, we got a car crash, but it was supposed to be excitement, huge explosions, and all that stuff. Total bait and switch. Total bait and switch for North Carolina, and that's what Bill Belichick in North Carolina pulled off. That opening drive, 7 plays, 83 yards, touchdown, Tar Heels. Oh, man. And the Tar Heels, right, they were fast and furious. Right there, slicing up the opening credits. There was like Vin Diesel, the whole package. However, turned out to be a mirage. It was just an hallucination, a desert oasis. It is what it turned out to be. The real movie for North Carolina, that was a low-budget, real low-budget horror flick. And Bill Belichick, he starred as the clueless babysitter that had no idea as the Horned Frogs. It's appropriate, a guy who's Belichick, very horny, would lose to a team called the Horned Frogs. Now, the first drive, that was the trailer, right? That was the trailer to the movie, the real product. What followed was not so much football, it was biblical in nature. It's a biblical flood is what happened. Again, we mentioned 41-point avalanche. A 41-point avalanche before the Tar Heels would score again, and you cut to Belichick, and, staring blankly with his cut off sleeves there on the hoodie, and that's the look there as TCU hangs another touchdown and another and another and another and another and another touchdown. We're talking about an emasculation situation to the highest order. Fifth ring of hell, Dante's Inferno type stuff for North Carolina. TCU rolled into town. They were the uninvited house guests. They were the interlopers. They raided the fridge. They ripped the flat screen TV off the wall, and they set the place on fire with arson, is what they did. So Texas Christian turned Bill Belichick and his debut in collegiate football into a straight-to-DVD production. And they don't even really make DVDs anymore. All right, now, page 2. So how would you describe the overall coaching job by Bill Belichick and his staff in the Belichick debut at North Carolina? You might know that he has his Nepo baby as the defensive coordinator for the Tar Heels. The Bronny James of defensive coordinators there, Belichick's son. So there's really no sugarcoating this. I have two words to describe Bill Belichick and the job that his coaching staff did for North Carolina. Coaching malpractice. Those are the two words. That was malfeasance is what that was. If you want a third word, pure and uncut. Pure and uncut. Forget the raw talent and all that. Oh, my God. Forget about all that. It's not about that. It's about the central components of football, the building blocks. So, Belichick, you say, well, in the NFL all those years, he had teams that were not that talented, but he always had Tom Brady for the Patriot run until the last couple of years. And so You look at that and say, well, that's the great equalizer and all that. And in Cleveland, he did actually have some teams that overachieved when he was coaching the Cleveland Browns way back 30-something years ago, back in the day. But the basics for North Carolina, which is, it doesn't matter how much talent you have, it's simple blocking and tackle. If you block and tackle, the fundamentals, the bedrock of football, you don't get smashed the way North Carolina got smashed. And the line, which I believe in, is you're either coaching it or you're allowing it to happen if you're the Belichick coaching staff. And either way, it's on you. It's on Bill Belichick here. And Belichick's boys look like lambs being led to the slaughter after that opening drive there. And it was like watching as the team was thirsty. North Carolina was thirsty, so they got in front of the fire hydrant. And the fire hydrant was spraying at full blast. And North Carolina's football players were trying to get a drink, but they were trying to sip. They had a little one of those little bendy straws, and they were trying to drink from the bendy straw. You cannot drink out of a fire hydrant with a bendy straw. Just the math on that does not work. It's impossible. But it was a bug's life. It was a bug's life for the coaching staff in North Carolina because, as we know, sometimes you're the windshield and sometimes you're the bug. Splat. They were splattered. And now it is a full-on Belichickian dog pile. It is, right? He's being mocked, teased, humiliated, all of that. The hoodie, who once absolutely tortured rookie quarterbacks, and when he had extra time to prepare, you never wanted to bet against. Ever. Bill Belichick. And he punked out all of these quarterbacks and all these coaches for a generation. And now he is being emotionally waterboarded on national TV, on social media, the Matrix, all that stuff. They're just unloading on Bill Belichick. I don't feel bad for Belichick, per se. I don't know that it's completely justified for Bill Belichick. Because when I listen to Tom Brady talk, I hear a lot of the crap that Belichick says. Like, Belichick influenced what Tom Brady became. Now, you could argue that Brady did it better. Fine. I think that's been proven since they went their separate ways. But it's not like Tom Brady is not using Belichickian lines when he discusses his outlook on football. Those are things he learned from Bill Belichick. And he's just repeating the dogma of Bill Belichick. So I think that's important to know here for all the people. Oh, see, it was all Tom Brady. Okay, fine. But he's using a lot of the material he learned from Bill Belichick. And so the hoodie gets tortured there and waterboarded and all that stuff. And the lesson is sometimes you're the maestro and sometimes you're the kazoo player. And in this scene of the show, Bill Belichick is stuck playing the kazoo while TC, how do you do? The marching band blasts him off the field. Get out of here, Belichick. You're a bum. The guy's a bum. Now, it's not all bad. So I had an epiphany as I was driving in, making the long drive in from the North Woods here to the mothership. I had an epiphany. And the epiphany was that Bill Belichick will be getting a call from Madison Avenue first thing in the morning here, as the people on Madison Avenue say, hey, Bill, well, I guess they'll call his little floozy girlfriend there, and she's like the business person, so they'll call her and say, hey, we want Bill to do a commercial. So what's the commercial for? Well, it's an airline. What airline? Is it Delta? Is it no, it's not America. It's not Delta. What airline is it? Well, it's Southwest. We want to do a new commercial, the Want to Get Away fare, because that was a want to get away situation. And most North Carolina fans got away. They got out of there. They were there. I'm not staying to the end of this crap. No way.